It looks like Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are endangering the lives of the Prince and Princess of Wales. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. And as ever, nice to see you today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're all keeping well, fine and dandy, as I often say. Not a bad day already today here. By the way, I must just tell you, wow, somebody kindly gave me, yes, I know, I can't believe it, a very nice jar of Fortnum and Mason's jam. I know, yeah, I wouldn't buy it. It's too expensive. Do you know what I'm saying? But you can tell, can't you, when someone's made real jam? It actually tasted, of strawberries. Do you know what I mean? I know, you know that sort of treat where somebody gives you something, you think, I can understand why people actually pay this money. If you had the money, you know what I mean? Wow, it tasted delicious. I'll be just rinsing the jar out and saving it, looking at it longingly, and no doubt putting my economy jam in there to fool people who come round. You think I'm joking, don't you? We all do it. Don't say you don't. We all do it. Back as ever to your breaking roll story of the day. This really is, again, a fascinating story, seemingly because I don't know if you saw this in the paper the other day, that sadly His Majesty the King was once again attacked by a lone rogue person in the crowd out in Luton throwing eggs. Now, people say, oh, this has gone on for years, and it truly has. Soft fruit and all that sort of stuff were thrown at kings during medieval times. Even Prince Albert, missed a couple himself, if you look back in the history books. But there's a bigger picture looming now, and this is rather dramatic in many sense, because as we now know, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have decided to press ahead, being rather unkind, cruel and sadistic, some people might say, against their former family. They recently picked up this award, the Ripple of Hope Award, about racism against, highlighting it, all that sort of stuff. And as we know, all thanks to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, his then Royal Highness Prince William, the Duke of Cambridge as he was, had to defend himself publicly when a rogue reporter from the Little Watch Sky News decided to attack him on a public walkabout, asking him were in fact the British monarchy a racist family. Stepping out of protocol, he answered back. That would have never happened a couple of years ago, and that truly is all thanks to the twosome out in California. But now, according to a very good source, forget Prince Harry moaning on about his personal and private security if and when he does decide to return here to the United Kingdom. Seemingly no one in the British taxpayer wants to fund that return. Let me tell you, it's at an all-time low over here for Harry and Meghan. But what's interesting is this, that the British monarchy are now looking at, so we say, beefing up their own personal security. This is because they're fearing that attacks may continue. And this truly is all down to the fact that Harry and Meghan have started this off. As ever, we have to say allegedly. But it was never like this previously, People were respectful, there may have been one or two things. The racism card simply never came up. You look at the roster of staff at Buckingham Palace and all palaces, it's such a mixed cultural heritage. They simply cannot be accused of being racist. It just is ridiculous. But of course, they have to flog something, don't they? And this clearly is the tack they're going down. But the bigger picture, obviously, is this. This could be rather endangering, particularly for people who enjoy seeing the royal family up close and personal, like the Prince and Princess of Wales. Security costs, that's more money for the British taxpayer because there has to be funded from somewhere. And the bottom line is this. Harry and Meghan know this, they know that if they have to increase costs, that doesn't read well with the British public. But more importantly, as I often say here on the show, truly, who started it? Harry and Meghan mentioned security, claimed that there was problems within the royal family regarding the race card, and seemingly now we're seeing a little bit more of this. It's not just a loan, of course, to His Majesty the King. If you recall, at the very sad occasion of the monarch's funeral, Prince Andrew was shouted at by people in the crowd and someone was arrested. Sadly, no charges were brought forward. But what a sad state of affairs, and as I often say here on the show, in my personal opinion, it all started with that conversation with Oprah Winfrey. I truly hope that Harry and Meghan are absolutely satisfied with their ongoing battle with the British monarchy, but over here, the British public remains steadfast in their loyal support. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.